Sports Talk Show. Your host is here for the show tonight to interview our special guest. Show highlight the Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, boxing, tennis, golf, and racing. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. Tune in for all the news and scores, reporting on the games and so much more. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show. The Alford Sports Talk Show.
Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of the Alford Sports Talk Show. Welcome. We're going to have a fantastic show for you. A lot of great things going on. We're going to go ahead and dive in and have some excellent dialogue here. Definitely thank you for joining us here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. But before we get the show started, we're going to go ahead and thank one of our outstanding sponsors, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Feel free to visit my great friend Chef G's right here, anywhere in Tampa, Florida, at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. That's right, 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. And if you can't come down to Tampa, that's quite all right. You can visit him anywhere. When I say anywhere, right at flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. Get that great sauce and some great flavors. We're going to go ahead and kick off the show with another great Sam Scola song. That is a Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce song. Let's go.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. A classic taste for chicken steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Definitely don't forget to get that great sauce right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. Definitely you can go ahead right there. Or you can pick up this great delicious sauce at flbbqsauce.com. Again, it's flbbqsauce.com. Don't forget that great sauce. Definitely outstanding. It is so delicious. Get it there. And classic heat wave honey mustard and fusion. And you can get those seasonings too, Florida Sand and Brick as well. So definitely thank you so much, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce, for being an outstanding sponsor. Wonderful, wonderful way to start off the show right there. So yes, folks, I got to get into a lot of these things here, and we're gonna start right with Major League Baseball. We're gonna start with my team, the Yankees. The Yankees are my team, meaning they're my childhood team. They're the team I grew up with, grew up loving. If you saw any of my videos here with the home theater system, you saw the part where we started with the game room with the Yankees and the pinstripes. So check that video out. Thank you so much. Shout out to Youth Man for doing that video. And this series is a lot to unpack. And let me start with game one. As I said before, the Yankees needed to win that game, and that was a winnable game. And I felt as if they let that game slip. If you win game one, okay, you come down. No matter what happens in game two, you leave LA split with a 1-1 with the next three games at home. That's a much better scenario than down 0-2. You know what I'm saying? So you had to win game one for a few reasons. Number one, you had the top pitcher, your number one ace, Garrett Cole. You had a lead in that game, and you had Garrett Cole with full rest. So let me talk about that first decision that the Yankees made. Okay, I understand what Aaron Boone said, that Nestor Cortez looked very good in the bullpen, but you have to look at the human element. Nestor Cortez didn't pitch for about 37, 38 days, almost a month and a half. Yes, he looked good in the bullpen, but you're bringing him in the World Series with the bases loaded against the top two hitters in the league. You had Shohei Ohtani, you had Freddie Freeman. Now, Shohei Ohtani fouled one off. I would say that the Yankees caught a break. They caught it in foul territory. Not something you normally happens, but you got him out in one pitch. That didn't happen with Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's a professional hitter, and he just blasted a home run, and game over. That was a major blow to the Yankees, and that was tough to kind of get over, take. But I wouldn't say the series was completely over. They did lose game two, which I kind of expected them to because of the way game one was set up so good for them to win. I felt like if you lost with your best at their stadium, more than likely with the carryover and just everything that went down, you were more than likely going to lose game two. And they did. Come back to New York, down 0-2. And let me talk about that. The Yankees didn't have any fight in them like those New Yorkers do. What I mean by fighting them, they didn't have a sense of urgency like, okay, we're down 0-2, we're coming back home, we got to go ahead and take care of business. They didn't have that spunk. Now, I'll say that for the majority of the team. Even David Ortiz talked about their body language, but I noticed it too. Just in the way they gave interviews. Now, I would say people who was dialed in was Soto and John Carlos Stanton. Those guys right there, those two, you could tell, and also not even just in their performance, you could tell that they had a sense of urgency and they were dialed in and locked in. That wasn't uniform with the whole team. That really wasn't. You could just tell that they were okay with the way things were going. Okay. The Yankees lose another game. They go down 0-3. And I would say at this point, the chances going down 0-3 against the Dodgers, in my estimation, was about a 0.0005% chance. You had a very small chance of winning 4 straight against the Dodgers. Let me talk about that too. The Dodgers, to me, I did my scouting report in the first game. The Dodgers, to me, were by far the better team than the Yankees. They were. They were just top to bottom, pitching all the way around. I felt as if they were the better team. Now, doesn't mean that the better team always wins. We've seen that here in the series, especially the best of 7. The best team doesn't always necessarily win. However, in this series, not only did I feel like the Dodgers were the better team, they outplayed the Yankees in every single facet. Coaching, lineup decision, pitching, hitting, and fielding. They outplayed the Yankees. It wasn't, as far as I'm concerned, even close. And it was just, I felt the whole series, the Yankees were kind of like always backpedaling. And one of the things I would say that really helped out the Dodgers, you could tell that the Dodgers had postseason experience, versus the Yankees, where a lot of the guys did not have postseason experience. There was some that did, but the overwhelming majority did not. Talking about the Yankees, have postseason experience, and it showed. Just their body language, just in how they went about their business. They took things for granted. They were kind of lax. So they're down 0-3. Here comes Game 4. And I felt as if Game 4, believe it or not, the Yankees had their best opportunity to win a game, steal a game almost, was Game 4. The reason why I felt that way is because, and I even told people that I predicted them to win Game 4 and kind of not get swept, because they had bullpen by committee. That's what the Dodgers decided to do. They decided to kind of rest their starters, not pitch their go-to guys. They really didn't have any starters. And I felt like, well, since it'll be a bullpen by committee, the Yankees are playing at home. This would be a good game and a good opportunity for the Yankees to kind of steal a game. And guess what happened? The Dodgers and Yankees play at home, and some fool in the first inning decides to two guys decide to kind of manhandle Mookie Betts. Let me just tell you this right now. As a Yankee fan, I am absolutely outraged and despicable behavior by that fan. There's a line. There's being passionate about your team to win. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's a line where you cross, and it's just despicable. And that wasn't even a line that you kind of crossed. You went past the line by 2 steps. Him and his friend, to do what you did with Mookie Betts, was assault. It was absolutely assault. It wasn't being passionate about your team. You assaulted the guy, tried to bully the guy, and it was just Bush League behavior, okay? The Yankees were down 0-3, not because of anything other than the fact that the team they were playing was playing better and doing everything better than the Yankees. That's why they were down 0-3. There's a reason why you were down 0-3, okay? Everybody thinks that, I'm going to go ahead and be to help them out and do something to help my team out. Well, help them out by catching the ball. Maybe you should be playing instead of them, okay? You can't do stuff like that on the field. And I wanted to show it because it was just Bush League behavior. That's like low class. You can't rip the ball out of the guy's glove. Mookie Betts could have actually got injured. Mookie Betts is one of the best players in the major leagues. And he almost got injured on a play because of you trying to, make yourself relevant. The fact that Gronk actually stated that he actually knows this guy, I respect Gronk for coming out publicly and saying, I saw the interview, but I don't know if I would have been so quick to fess up that I know this guy. I just don't. I mean, at least he gave some insight on the guy. I could. The way that Gronk described it was that little clip shows what this guy's all about, and it represents him well. Well, I would say this with Gronk. Maybe you should choose your friends a little bit better and maybe screen them a little better. I know this is your college friend. It goes back. And I know sometimes you get associated with people that maybe are not your good friends. It just so happens, that's throughout life. But I don't know if I would have been so quick to say, hey, I know this guy, I don't know. But it's neither here nor there. That was despicable behavior. And props to Mookie Betts for handling it really, really well. I know a lot of players even myself, if that happened to me, trying to catch a foul ball happened that quick, I don't know if I'd have handled it as well as Mookie Betts did. He even after the game, he took the high road and he even said, it doesn't matter, we lost the game. He really was professional about it, and that's the reason why he gets an MVP. Guy got hurt. Thankfully, he didn't. So the Yankees did win this game. Okay, this is game 4, so now it's 3-1, and here we go. The Yankees win one game, and then they got an ego. Like, come on, man. You win one game, and then now you're talking as if, you're the best thing since ice cream, but you're not. And I'm talking about specifically Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm needs to stop with the damn clout chasing. Stop with the clout chasing, man. You got the jewelry, you're talking all this junk. This is the facts. You were 0 for 17 with runners in scoring position. They put it right at the bottom. 0 for 17 with runners in scoring position. And you there, now you got an ego, will shock the world. Stop talking all that junk. Worry about your game. Freddie Freeman didn't say one word throughout this whole series. And we all knew after game 3 he was going to get the MVP. If the Dodgers won after game 3, we all knew he being Freddie Freeman was going to get the MVP because he was clearly letting his bat do the talking. My man hit 6 home runs in 6 consecutive games in World Series play. Letting his bat do the talking. Jazz Chisholm needs to just shut his mouth, play your game. And I'll give you some feedback right here. Okay, you're becoming a Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton was actually a very good player, but one of the things about Kenny Lofton that most people couldn't like, and myself included, was that he always complained with the referee every time the ball or strike. Every at-bat, same thing. It diminished how good he was because he looked like a complainer. He looked like a complainer. This was his MO. That's the thing. That's the thing about Kenny Lofton and Jazz Chisholm. You put them all in the same category as far as I'm concerned. They always complain about every single ball or strike. Okay? The referee, the umpire, is a human being. If it's a close pitch, you may or may not get the benefit. That's how it works. These pitchers are coming in at 97, 98. Even the Dodgers pitcher was pitching 99 miles an hour. You might be a little bit off. Okay? Stop letting the umpire dictate how you do in your box. You're taking all the focus on the pitcher onto the umpire. So, another thing Jazz Chisholm needs to do is he needs to shorten up his swing. Stop trying to swing for the fences. You're not that guy. You're not that guy. Just hit the ball up the middle. Hit a line drive. Shorten up your swing a little bit. Even John Smoltz said it. I agree with him. Even before John Smoltz said it. You're swinging too big. You're swinging for the fences. You're not that guy. I will give you some credit. You did play a solid third base as far as errors. There was that one blunder that you made. I'll let that one slide because it wasn't the best to throw, and the runner was coming at you. So, but Jazz Chisholm, I'll give him credit. He does play a solid third base, and he does have a strong arm. That's his best attribute, as far as I'm concerned, is defense. But he needs to stop talking. Okay, stop. Hey, we're going to shock the world. We're going to do all this. You're not Muhammad Ali. You're not any of that. And you won one game against the bullpen. The bullpen, guys. Let's keep it chill. Okay? You ain't hit it against their number 1 or number 2 starter. You hit against the bullpen committee. Okay? So, the Yankees win game 4. 3-1. And at least the positive thing about the Yankees is that they realize that their bats actually can work. They actually, if you hit the ball with the bat, it actually will travel somewhere. They realize that, hey, their bat was like on sleepy times with the exception of a few. At least now you're back. You got a little bit of, hopefully, confidence into game 5. We'll talk about game 5 in just a moment. Let me just take a little break here and talk about something that's really cool. You have an opportunity right now to go ahead and be an outstanding homeowner. That's right. CTC ME Mortgage can help you. Thank you, CTC ME Mortgage, for being another one of our wonderful sponsors. Kurt McRae can do his thing and help you get a home here in Florida and in Texas. That's right. CTC ME Mortgage. They can help you with getting a home, refinancing, renting, and also can help you with your home equity in your home as well, and much, much more. So, without further ado, let me show you what CTC ME Mortgage can do for you. That's right. Give Kurt McRae a call today. He is going to be able to help you with those dreams, make it a reality. That's the man right there, CTC ME Mortgage. So you can feel free to give him a call or text at 346-527-7564. Call or text today, or you can visit CTC ME Mortgage right there, CTC ME Mortgage on their website. So without further ado, I'm going to play another Sam Scola song. We're going to talk about Sam Scola in a few moments, but here is the CTC ME Mortgage song by Sam Scola.
CTC ME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTC ME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Make the call today. There's no extra fees to pay. You can take a loan to own a new home. CTC ME Mortgage Company, they stand by their loyalty. CTC ME Mortgage Company, you can trust their honesty. Get a low interest rate, there's no need to wait. Finance a payment plan. Kurt McRae is your man. CTC ME Mortgage Company. CTC ME Mortgage Company. CTC ME Mortgage Company.
All right. CTC ME Mortgage. That's right. Excuse me. So CTC ME Mortgage. Give them a call today. Call or text 346-527-7564. Again, it's 346-527-7564. Give CTC ME Mortgage a call today. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, CTC ME Mortgage, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors here on the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about Game 5. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break here. And I'll talk about Game 5 and break it all down for you here. And actually, we'll go ahead and continue. So with Game 5, the Yankees had, again, Garrett Cole up at the plate, up at the mound, I'm sorry. And guess what? They took a 5-run lead. I felt as if this is where postseason experience played again. Where postseason experience played again was that the Dodgers and their players understood you can't get lax, and they understood you can't take anything for granted, and you also cannot assume anything in postseason play, because one play, one pitch, we've seen it before, can change not only the outcome of that game, but it could change the whole series. They were up 5-0. The Dodgers did not fold at all. They chipped back in, and here comes the Yankees with their defensive woes. Okay, Aaron Judge made a bad error, center field. He dropped the ball, took his eyes off the ball. Then they made a throw to third base, as I mentioned to you earlier. Another error. And Garrett Cole hurt himself by not covering first base. And people said, oh, Rizzo should have charged the ball and ran it real hard. No, because I've had balls like that hit to me in the infield. I used to play a lot of baseball. Baseball is my sport. When you have a ball like that had a lot of top spin on it, what can happen is if you play that type of ball too aggressively, because it's spinning a lot, it can actually hit something on the ground and go right past you, or take a weird spin and actually not be in the spot you think and actually get past you really easy. I thought he actually played the ball. He could have maybe stepped up about a step, but I do think he did play it right by just letting the ball kind of spin to him, not being overly aggressive, because if you let that ball go by you, it's going to be like Bill Buckner type of situation, man. Bill Buckner, rest in peace. But it's going to be a bad situation because you're going to at least 2 or 3 bases going to score. You're going to turn it into a triple for Mookie Betts with his speed. He played it right. And Garrett Cole took it for granted, and he didn't cover first base. Notice how after that at bat, the next foul ball that came even close, he was sprinting over to first base. Well, it was a little too late. So another run scores, and the floodgates open. And, of course, when they tied the game, I felt as if the Dodgers was going to win this game. I really did. I just didn't think emotionally. I've seen that before. When you get up that big and then you have your ace on the mound, they come back and tie the game. And just like you can just tell that the Yankees kind of folded at that point a bit, and you just knew that they knew their destiny was going to be to lose this game. And lo and behold, they did. Again, why the Yankees lost? Well, I'll give Aaron Judge some credit. He did a lot better towards the end of the series, but Aaron Judge didn't show up to the series at all, aside from the game. This was game 4. And, at the plate-wise, he started to do a lot better in game 5. Just his at-bats were better. But it was a little too late. He was really cold throughout this whole postseason. By the time he kind of figured it out, it was really too late. Now, I will give him some credit, Aaron Judge, that maybe the fact that he figured it out and how things work in postseason play, in the future, that will definitely help him. But for now, 2024, the better team won the series, and that is the LA Dodgers. They were the better team, I felt, just overall. And I felt as if not only were they the better team overall, they played like the better team. They was managed better, quite frankly. They was coached better. They had more experience. They knew not to take anything for granted. They were scrappy. They did not expand the strike zone. They swung at strikes. They just overall defense was solid. They didn't try to be overly aggressive. They were aggressive, but they didn't try to be overly aggressive. Sometimes if you're overly aggressive, that can hurt you too. So props to the LA Dodgers, and you got to tip your cap to them. They just played better, and I really didn't feel as if the Yankees were at times competitive in the series, but I felt overall they were backpedaling pretty much the entire series. They just were not on the same level as the Dodgers were. And even as a fan, you have to, as a New Yorker, as a fan, you have to be real. Like, this is what I saw. This is what my evaluation is. They went to Bush League tacking, so grabbing balls out of people's gloves that were in the glove already, and he was out. You didn't change anything. He was out. So it was just a sound butt whipping by the Dodgers. And, you got to give them credit. Congratulations to Freddie Freeman. He deservedly, like I told you, he deservedly got the MVP. He was boss. and he did his thing. And the Yankees, one thing that was brought to light was Soto, the fact that he did say that he's going to be available. I thought that was more, I looked at that as more like a business. His agent probably told him to say that to raise a stock if the Yankees wanted him back. So, he balled out. He was big time. I think the Yankees also need help in the lower part of the lineup. They need guys that can hit better in the lower part of the lineup, but they also need some guys that have some speed. They have guys that are just, they just have no speed, and they just, I guess, looking for home runs. That's it. But, those type of players, that's where they hurt you in the postseason. They can only do one thing. And that's why I felt as if the Dodgers were a better team too. They had speed at the bottom of the lineup, and they had guys that could hit at the bottom of the lineup. Even Shohei Ohtani, he could do more than what most of the players on the Yankees can do, hit and run. So it was just, the better team won. So props to the LA Dodgers. We're going to get into a little bit of Dwyane Wade Statue and as well as NFL in just a moment. But first, we're going to go ahead and thank another one of our outstanding sponsors. Hey, if you want to go to New York, you want to go to a destination of your choice, guess what? Pushpin Adventures can help you. That's right. Thank you so much, Pushpin Adventures, for being another one of our wonderful sponsors here on the Alford Sports Talk Show. That's right. Pushpin Adventures. Go to a destination of your choice. You can go ahead and do a destination wedding. Go ahead and do international travel, domestic travel. Anything that your heart desires, Pushpin Adventures can help you. That's right. Pushpin Adventures can help you. Give Monique a call at 626-838-1006. Again, at 626-838-1006. And without further ado, let's go ahead and play another one of our great Sam Scola songs, the Pushpin Adventure song.
Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Book a trip with Pushpin Adventures. Travel on a cruise with Pushpin Adventures. Take a vacation with Pushpin Adventures. Tour around the world with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Make a reservation with Pushpin Adventures. The best value deal with Pushpin Adventures. Plan a getaway with Pushpin Adventures. Escaping today with Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures. Pushpin Adventures.
All right, that's right. Pushpin Adventures. Give them a call today. 626-838-1006. 626-838-1006. You can also feel free to visit Pushpin Adventures at pushpinadventures.com/version. If you want to check out that cruise that we just put up there, pushpinadventures.com/version or pushpinadventures.com. Thank you so much, CT. Thank you so much, Pushpin Adventure, for being another one of our outstanding sponsors. Really appreciate you. Definitely take that cruise or that destination of your choice. Awesome, awesome. So yes, fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit and talk now a little bit about NBA basketball. But more particularly, we're going to talk about D. Wade gets honored and he gets his statue. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some pictures and give you my thoughts on this whole internet phenom that happened. I'm sure you've seen this already, but I'll go ahead and break it down for you. Let's go ahead and show you some of these things. This is the D. Wade statue that we are talking about right now. That's it. And for those who don't know who Dwyane Wade is, that's a picture of him, and that's a statue. That is one of the creators of the statue. It wasn't just one. It was a team effort, but the head said, I don't think anybody else can do better than that. I would have to disagree with that statement. You know, that's ego, and I just think that's kind of brash. But I will say I think that is incorrect because guess what? Somebody did do a lot better, and here it is right here, folks. That's right. That's a Funko Pop Dwyane Wade right there, and that actually looks better than this thing right here. So already somebody not only did better, they did better before you. So there you go. Now, I said that the statue was not done by one person. There was a team effort, and let me show this team effort. If this gentleman right here, which is one of the team efforts, is giving you that look, that is not a look of confidence. That is a look of confusion and like, oh my goodness, I am overmatched here. Now, the crazy part about this whole statue, I looked into this, is Dwyane Wade, as you can see right there, you know, he saw and throughout the process, it wasn't like an unveiling where they never saw the statue ever. You know, it was a situation where Dwyane Wade approved and went along with this. This is another picture of it here. And you see him in the background. That same gentleman right here we're talking about. See him there? And you see him here, the background. So this was a shocking revelation that, yes, D. Wade was a part of this. It wasn't, we always thought that, hey, when a statue gets unveiled, it's the first time they see it. No, in this particular case, it's not that way. He did see it. He did see the process. And here is the picture of the press conference. D. Wade stated that, it's not supposed to look like him. He thought he was supposed to look like him. He would go ahead and stand outside and take pictures. I don't know if I agree with Dwyane Wade on that one. Let me just tell you, keep it real with you. I'm going to show you some other pictures. I have been blessed to have seen a lot of statues in my life. A lot of statues. Just give you some ideas. Martin Luther King. I'm going to show you some pictures of the ones I'm going to show you. Pudge Rodriguez. If you go to Arlington and you go to the Texas Stadium, they have about 7-8 statues around the building. A statue is supposed to represent the person, and it's supposed to represent a moment of the person that signifies who they are. That's when I look at a statue. And that's what it's supposed to say to you. This is such and such. And in that moment, whether it be an action moment, whether it be a pose, it embodies who that person is and what that person's all about. You see Martin Luther King, he's looking out in the distance and man of peace. So, but when you see the statue, it automatically resonates because you recognize the person. You recognize who that person is. yes, that's that person. That shows who they are. That shows a moment of who they in history, and it embodies them. I don't get that impression with Dwyane Wade's statue at all. I really don't. I know that he said it's difficult doing the research. Yes, doing a statue is not an easy thing to do, but I do think that they dropped the ball on this. I just think that if you look at this picture here, it is actually looking like Dwyane Wade. Even in this picture, it is looking more like him. But then when it goes to the final production, the last step, when they bronze it out and they castrate it, it just doesn't translate. And it does not, to me, it's a fail. It's a fail. I know he's trying to say the right things and be politically correct because he knows the creators. They did do something really extraordinary and give him a statue. He's right in that regard that not everybody does have a statue. However, I've seen enough statues to tell you this one here was not that good. I'm sorry. Here is Evander Holyfield statue. Okay. This statue, you can see his picture here. It is an awesome statue. It embodies of who he is. And there you go. That's the proof. I took the picture. It shows who Evander is. On his glove, it even had his Bible scripture on it. So a statue, you can't really go cheap on it either. I know people say this from Temu and all that. You can't go cheap on a statue. You have to, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. And sometimes you may have to think of an action or artistic move. I agree with that. But it has to translate into something that embodies a person. You know what I'm saying? It could be an action movement, but it's got to embody who the person is, especially being it's a sports figure. You're going to see that more often than not, where it's more of an action shot, but it's got to look like the person. They have to recognize it right away. Oh, yeah, that's such and such. That's D. Wade. And he's a top 3 point guard for, you got to go into detail. You have to recognize it right away. It's not an easy thing, but this right here, you recognize it right away. That's D. Wade. Funko Pop. I got one right here, right here, folks. Right there. Right there. In fact, you know what? It's a good time for me to show it to you. You know what? There you go, folks. There's the proof. There's my statue right there. Funko Pop. I'm going to give Funko some advertisement. That thing looks like me. There you go. Got the microphone in hand. It embodies who I am. Funko Pop. That's right. I believe this thing custom made a 101 right there. 101. You can make one right there at Funko.com. I believe it costs me with shipping and everything $40, $50. $50, let's say, because it's custom made. And that's it. There's my statue right there. Yes, not everybody has a statue, but they got a Funko Pop, and the Funko Pop looks more accurate than the statue. There you go, folks. Get yourself a Funko Pop. And this is not sponsored by Funko either. I'm just giving them free advertisement, and they're making a point that when you have a statue, it has to look like you. Not somebody else. You. Got to look like you. Forget about artistic. Yes, it can be artistic, but it has to embody you. That's the point of the statue. So, let's put my statue back. And there you go. So, I disagree. I think that Dwyane Wade is doing the high road and trying to be cool and classy. But he knows deep down inside that statue, there was a breakdown between the game room and the field. There was a breakdown there. That statue, I would have to agree with the masses, and I'm usually not one to agree with the criticism on most things, but I have to agree with this. This one here, they dropped the ball on. And yes, it does not, it's not a wow factor at all. And he's not going to live this one down. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think anybody else can do better than that. Well, we've just proven that that's not the case. Funko Pop can do better. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and give you a couple things. We're going to give you the NFL predictions here for next week. We do that. And really appreciate you guys. You guys, all right. Before I go into the predictions, let me go ahead and give my guy some props there. All of the music you hear throughout the show is by Sam Scola Songs. That's him right there, Sam Scola Songs. There you go. You can go ahead and hear all these great tunes right there on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you, Sam Scola Songs and wife Mary. Yep, and you can see those songs right there available on YouTube and Spotify. Definitely check them out. And if you want to reach out to Sam Scola Songs and give him that contract, definitely go ahead and do that. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Sing along with Sam at gmail.com. Make sure you don't forget. Really appreciate Sam Scola Songs. And again, all of the songs, the intro, all of the songs for the sponsors, that man right there. He's my creator. He's my sculptor right there. That's right. Sam Scola Songs. He can do a sculpture. I think he might do a better job. There you go. Make sure you guys support Sam Scola Songs. Appreciate you. And yes, let me just say something here about the NFL football. You guys need to stop showboating, man. Kyle Pitts did this, as well as the game on Thursday Night Football. Make sure you cross the goal line before you drop that football. I can't believe guys are still making that mistake and getting too lax. That's the problem with this young generation right here. They like doing all this Instagram clout chasing. Let your game do the talking. Let people brag for you. You don't have to showboat. As I mentioned to you earlier, Freddie Freeman after game 3, I was saying that guy, you could start engraving MVP in his statue, his trophy, whatever. But he was gonna get that MVP because he didn't talk about it. He beat about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. That will get you to the next level. Having said that, let me just say that I would just say stop showboating. Make sure you cross the goal line before you go ahead and celebrate. Let's go through our predictions for this week. The Jets versus the Texans. I did predict the Jets to beat the Texans. That one wasn't too hard. So we have the Saints and the Panthers. I do believe the Saints are going to win this game, unfortunately, because they're still in the same division as the Bucks. We have the Commanders and the Giants. I do think the Commanders are going to win. Chargers and Browns. It's going to be actually a very good game. I kind of like what I've seen with the Browns lately, especially with the change in quarterback. So I got the Browns. Cowboys and Falcons. This is going to be a good game, but I got to go with the Falcons to win this one. Again, unfortunately, they're in the same division as the Bucks, but I got the Falcons winning. Broncos and Ravens. I have the Ravens winning. And we have the Jaguars and Eagles. I have the Eagles winning. Let's see what else we have here. Lions and Packers. It's going to be a good game. I have the Lions winning. Bucks and Chiefs. The Bucks are my team, but I don't see them beating the Chiefs. I'm sorry. This is the first week that I'm actually picking the opposition. I have the Chiefs winning against the Bucks. Dolphins and Bills. Yep, I got the Bills winning. Patriots and Titans. I actually have the Patriots winning this game. Raiders and Bengals. I think the Bengals have started to come along a little bit. I got the Bengals winning. The Bears and the Cardinals. I have the Cardinals winning. Rams and Seahawks. I have the Seahawks winning. And last but not least, the Vikings and the Colts. I have the Vikings winning. Let me give you the Thursday prediction. The Bengals and Ravens will face off for Thursday night, which should be an awesome game. I have the Ravens winning that game too. So, a lot going on here in the sports world. So, yes, and so definitely, in the meantime, make sure that you guys go ahead and make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the Allen Alford Sports Show if you haven't done so already. And also, I wanted to make sure that you guys do this or don't do this. Don't grab balls from the players, okay? Treat people with respect. Don't do it. There's passion, and then there's crossing the line, and there's Bush League play. They all have a place and a purpose. Don't do Bush League play. So please subscribe. I want to thank all of our outstanding sponsors here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Thank you, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Thank you also, CTC MB Mortgage. And thank you so much, Pushpin Adventures. And we're going to close the show out with that. Definitely make sure you don't forget to get yourself Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. So delicious and addicting. You may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to visit Chef G's right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. And if you can't come down to Tampa, visit them at flbbqsauce.com. And it's flbbqsauce.com. Don't forget that great sauce. And then definitely, we're going to play the Sam Scola song again, Chef G's Florida Barbecue Sauce. Let's go.
Comes in four varieties. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, a natural flavor. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce, Florida Gold Honey Mustard on burgers and ribs. Tasty fusion on pork and sausage. Classic taste for chicken and steak tips. A hot heat wave on meatballs and ham. It's a cookout treat. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Serve on fish and vegetables. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce. Chef G's Florida barbecue sauce.
So delicious and addicting, you may need a support group. Make sure you don't forget to get that Chef G's awesome barbecue sauce right there at 301 South 22nd Street, Tampa, Florida. If you can't come down to Tampa, visit flbbqsauce.com, flbbqsauce.com. Thank you so much, Chef G's, for being a wonderful sponsor here at the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So, yes, really appreciate all of you, too. Thank you so much for watching another great episode of the Allen Alford Sports Talk Show. Be blessed. Be well. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. Be back again Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, 8:30 p.m. CST time. So, we have a lot of people that listen to us on the other side of the coast. So, you have those times there, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone Friday night. 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time Zone. So without further ado, we're going to close the show with another great Sam Scola song. Definitely don't forget to visit Sam Scola at YouTube or Spotify. Thank you, Sam Scola Songs. Really appreciate Sam Scola Songs and his wife, Mary. Going to end the show with the Sam Scola song. Be blessed, be well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again. Till the next episode, take care for now.
End of the show. Let's thank all the fans before we go. Sports Talk Radio Show. Thanking our special guest. Thanking our sponsor. It's the end of the show. Tune in again for next week's show.